Hello everyone, my name is Dad, and welcome back to the story of Horace the Thief. Okay, last time, I'm not going to explain last time, but, we're just going to get into this. Today, it's the next morning. It's literally just the day after the king of Azalon died. It's in morning right now, and you hear a rooster making its morning call. I don't know what you really want to call it, and I'm not going to make a fucking rooster noise, okay, guys? Anyway, from anyway, from that, a man wakes up. This man has a scar on his face. He seems to be wearing a dark cloak-ish thing, and it seems to have a hood, but obviously he doesn't have it on. The man, shit, I forgot how I was gonna make Horace look like. I forgot if I was gonna make it black hair or brown hair. I think it was gonna be brown. He has kind of brown, kind of messy hair. It's brown, a bit messy hair. It's not. I'm not good at describing hair, but it's a bit messy and it's not like all too good. Like it's kind of like my hair, which I think is just its own being. Like my hair, what it's like is like if I wake up if I wake up, my hair is a fucking mess and it seems to it can never fix itself. It's just bedhead, but I have it forever unless I take a shower, which then it's the most neatest thing ever. Like it basically just becomes clean, and it stays like that until I get bedhead again. And then like it's weird. My hair is a fucking other entity, dude. But anyway, moving on. But his hair is a bit messy, and his hair brown with his I'm gonna say brown eyes. And his scar on his face. You can see it on the fucking picture. His scar on his face, and I'm not gonna say how that fucking he got that scar, because there's no point in it. Let it be a bit of surprise, And plus, and also, I'll just keep it a secret between us, but I actually haven't thought of a reason for how we got that scar yet. I know when it's gonna take place, but I just don't know like how we will get it. Okay, so I have like where in the timeline he gets it, but just don't worry about it. Just know he already has it. Okay, and he'll definitely talk about getting it later. But don't tell anyone else. Don't. Shh. Keep it quiet. Anyway, sorry guys, sorry for the huge pause there. But anyway, he wakes up and he's like, oh. He sits up. He looks towards his cock, and he's like, dude. He wouldn't say dude. He's like, hey, can you shut up? As his cock looks towards him and just shuts up. If you don't know what I'm making fun of, because a rooster could be called a cock. So, yeah, he has his own rooster, and it's just in his fucking room. He's like, he begins to stretch. He begins to stretch in his bed, and then he stands up and gets a bit more stretches through, and he's like, that feels better. Stands up, he's like, okay, let's begin the day. Oh, shit. Well, actually, technically, he would be wearing it. I forgot that. I forgot. He doesn't have very much Horace doesn't have very much clothing. So, he will be wearing mostly what he's wearing. Mostly what you see in the picture. So, have fun with that. So, have fun trying to... So, like, if he's wearing something different, I will describe it. I forgot that I should have had him, like, wearing some sort of, like, what they kind of had as pajamas back then. There's not really pajamas. It's more like a pair, like, basically, a worn down t-shirt and a pair of shorts. That was basically what their pajamas were back then, but not as good. But anyway, he goes downstairs. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on, I've just realized. I'm thinking of a different game that was not based off this one. But they made a pie. And then don't you have to have an oven to make a pie? So how the fuck did they make a pie if it takes place in medieval times? Or unless there's just a different way of baking pies that I don't know of. So, but sorry, my brain was just like, wait, my brain was like, wait, what the fuck? As you know, this is medieval times. They don't really have a fucking ovens or anything. All his windows are like open practically. Because you don't want to waste the candles. You don't want to just use up the candles, you know. He goes downstairs. I don't know what they had back then to like cook inside. But you know. Oh, actually back then there wasn't very much cooking. You would just eat stuff raw. Most likely. Unless it's meat, of course. They would eat like vegetables raw, so like I forgot. Sorry. But he goes downstairs and just like eats like a couple carrots. I don't know what to tell you. He just takes a bite out of a couple carrots. You know, he sits down, like relaxes in the living room, which let me describe his living room. His living room is a bit of a different thing. Like as I said, his house is 2-story, which I don't even think you can have a 2-story house back then. But what the fuck ever. Oh, actually medieval, sorry, medieval. I was thinking more fucking like house made of straw, kind of. Sorry, thinking more different medieval, bit more poorer. Sorry, but yeah, it's made out of like wood. You know, he has a second floor and all that stuff. You see, he's not exactly poor. And you know, he's just eating carrots in his living room. It's kind of just like in his living room. It's not a living room. There's no couch. There's no fucking TV. It's medieval times. What he had there was like a chair, like 2 chairs next to a table, and like 2 beds just in the corner. Like 2 to 3 other beds just in the fucking corner. Well, not in the corner, but like on one side, like next to one wall, like, and they're just kind of spread out. And he was, you know, and you know, he's just there. He's just sitting at the table eating fucking carrots, and then he's like, okay. As you know, he stands up and he's like, okay, time to get to work. You know, he opens up the front door, and you would see like, he would see in front of him just like a field of crops, like very different ones. There's some carrots, there's carrots, tomatoes, there's some wheat over there. Oh yeah, they technically kind of do have ovens, don't they? Like a brick, kind of like brick ovens, don't they? But like he usually eats his carrots raw. He has like a brick oven, but he doesn't have like a pot to make like stew with or anything, you know. He's just kind of just has this shit. And plus, I'm pretty sure you don't want to make it inside. You would rather want to make it outside. But I don't know. I don't know put too much about medieval, you know. You know, you look to his right and you'd see like a campfire. You see like a little campfire covered in rocks, wood there, and what are those things called? Basically, it's like 2 sticks, yeah, and then you put like a thing up there, and you attach like a piece of meat there, and then you have a handle, and you use to spin that. You turn it to spin it to have it be cooked evenly on all sides. Basically, has that next on that like attached to the fire, basically. You know, you see some like, and again, back to the crops would be corn, potatoes, carrots, just different types of crops. Basically, those are going to be like probably those 3 right now. And wheat, and wheat. Anyway, moving on. As you can tell, he's not exactly in like the capital. He's more out. He's like pretty much outside the capital. He's pretty close to it. He's pretty close to his kingdom's capital, the kingdom of Lewis. Because again, there's no name for it yet. They haven't really made a name for it. There's just a kingdom. and people begging for the king to make up a name, but he hasn't yet. As you know, he looks out to like he looks out. He doesn't again. And another thing, he doesn't have like he's not like tenting like sheep. There's no animals. The only animal there is this rooster. That's it. And the rooster, he doesn't have a name yet. He doesn't have a name either. Basically, Rooster is his pet, but like he doesn't have a name for it yet. And he's a little shit sometimes. He's like, sorry. I'm trying to describe his house layout because his house layout is going to be very important. And basically, the closest thing to a kitchen there was like basically what's in the living room is just a stone. Basically, it's like a stone chimney to be more exact. Like, it's basically like a chimney, but also an oven. You cook stuff in it. If I'm correct about like that's what it was. You have all that stuff, and then like that's really it right now because he doesn't have a pot to make like stew or anything with it. He would if it could not burn his fucking house down. That's why I said he has a campfire with that thing up just right outside. As you know, he grabs from his waist where he has like from his waist where a bag of gold, and he's like, no. He's like, I kind of want some stew. I kind of want some stew. I kind of want some stew for dinner. But so he leaves, and he goes to the market, and he goes to the capital's market to be more. He goes to a market pretty damn close to the capital, like you can see the walls. And he's looking around the market, not looking for food, but for a pot. As you know, he's looking. He's looking around. He comes across this old, like a bit rusted, a bit dirty on the edges, but it's old. It's a good one. And this guy selling it is like, he's like, come on. Guy selling it there. He's like, no. He's like messing with his teeth, like getting like food that was in between his teeth, like food in between his teeth out, and he's like, oh, hello. He looks at her and is like, oh, hello, sir. Hello, sir. What would you like to buy? As he would be like, can I have your pot there? He's like, he looks towards it. He's like, are you sure? It's a pretty old one. It's pretty old. It's a pretty old. I have another. As he brings out another one that looks better and cleaner and all that. And he's like, no, I think I'll have that one. He's like, okay, then just I don't know if it should be, because like currency would be copper, silver, and gold. He's like, okay, then like 3 silver. Okay, then like a silver coin, please. He goes into his thing. And he's like, you see him searching around for a bit, and he takes out 1 silver coin. He's like, okay, here. And he's like, just like the rest of us, huh? Just like the rest of us, huh? Just a bunch of copper and basically like 2 silver in your pouches, huh? He's like, yeah. As you know, he takes the pot and he just goes back home. And I think I'm going to end it there. Again, guys, don't expect... Okay, and I'm going to say this now because I haven't said it again before. I don't know why I said it again. But don't expect the series to have constantly be in some sort of action thing. Just expect it to be kind of like a book in a way. Like, you're going to have like little things for no reason other than to give a bit more detail to like make it a bit more alive, like, make it feel more alive. So, but again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and goodbye.